And as hosts of the show, it's a tremendous way to hone our skills as sports broadcasters, and that's led us to many jobs and internships while still in college. You don't get this opportunity at other schools, and for that, we're very fortunate. So we hope that you enjoyed the latest episode of Jacket Sports Weekly. That bullpen for the baseball team has looked as best as it has all season. The softball team 1-2 in its last 3 games, and the men's tennis team already matching its PAC and overall win totals from last season. I'm Jack Hillgrove.
And I'm Hugh O'Neill, and you're watching Jacket Sports Weekly.
The Waynesburg University baseball team is halfway through its PAC season. 4 series are complete, and 2 of them are sweeps. Jack Hillgrove in studio alongside Hugh O'Neill. Hugh, this baseball team is in a groove. Last year missing the PAC playoffs, but if things continue on this upward trend for the baseball team, the playoffs are definitely a reasonable goal, and perhaps second place overall in the PAC as well. On paper, you look at this Waynesburg University softball team and you see a record of 6-16, which isn't very good. But their conference record is 2-4, and there's a lot of room to grow, and that's where we bring in our softball analyst, Dakota Kiefer. Dakota, as I mentioned, 6-16 overall, but 2-4 in the PAC. And why don't you break down what you have seen from the softball team and what you expect for the rest of the season? It's that time already for myself and Hugh O'Neill to break down our top 5 athletes of the week. Hugh, why don't you kick it off? Number 5, as you mentioned, Josh Denham of the men's tennis team won both his singles and his doubles matches on Saturday against Westminster, and in his singles match, he won set 3, 10-8, so fought tremendously to get that win in his singles match for Josh Denham. Number 4, softballer Rachel Scahn. She was 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs in the game against Grove City College, and she had 2 hits in Game 1 against St. Vincent. Number 3, as you mentioned, Hugh, Tegan Simonson, runner-up in the 15,000 meter, eclipsed 19 minutes, 18:59. Number 2, Johnny Kutchman, 4 for 5 in Game 1 against Chatham, 6 for 14 overall that series, and overall this season a batting average of .338. And number 1, I couldn't pick just one of them, the Waynesburg University bullpen for the baseball team. The stat line in their 3 games against Chatham: 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And the relievers in that were Joe Sabalak, Colton Nuzzle, Tyler Sabrinovich, Zach Straub, and Corey Fisher, who just sat down to talk about track. So a tremendous job for this Waynesburg bullpen. Hopefully they can keep things up as the PAC season winds down. Waynesburg University has had issues all season long at the quarterback position, but today one of them stepped up big time. Tyler Perrone was the man at quarterback who elevated himself into that starting role. 14 of 23, 175 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Although it was a low-scoring defensive battle, the Jacket offense was sparked as well by Chad Walker's 75 rushing yards on 21 attempts and Jawan Jones's 96 receiving yards on 5 catches. Sophomore receiver Cole Booth caught Waynesburg's only touchdown.
Well, I just ran my route, and we had a guy coming to the flat, and he followed him, and then I took it to the post, and Perrone hit me on a beautiful ball. I honestly didn't expect the ball to be there, but Perrone put it on the money. So,
even though Waynesburg's offense had 287 total yards, it came down to the right leg of freshman kicker Garrett Horn.
It's definitely the top college experience I've had so far, only being a freshman. Definitely the biggest field goal I've ever made.
Waynesburg took its first PAC win of the season with a final score of 10-7.